Lastly, tonight I'm just going to give you guys a basic update on my other projects. I'm doing some 3D modeling. I'm trying to figure out a way to get access to some Need for Speed models from what is it, Most Wanted, because I'm getting permission from the original artist to use their models. Because one of the things this person has is a DeSoto. Now, for those of you who don't know, DeSoto is kind of is Chrysler's, or Plymouth, excuse me, Plymouth, or was it Chrysler? No, Plymouth, excuse me. It was Plymouth's Australian answer to the Cadillac in many ways, or the Belvedere. And it was very similar to, say, the Plymouth Fury, which most of you would probably know from the Christine series, or, well, series, movie, from Stephen King, which, again, one of John Carpenter's finest movies, if I do say so myself. But I digress. And I'm having a hard time crafting the DeSoto as the default, four-door DeSoto for this Road Warrior mod. And having this person's mod would greatly improve the accuracy of the vehicles that I'm doing, but I have no friggin' access to it. So I'm trying to get Need for Speed Most Wanted for PC. I'm trying to get the mod installer so that I can install the mod into Need for Speed, have one of those game save files where all the vehicles are unlocked, go to the car, put it, have it in game, and then use something like 3DX Ripper or possibly that 3D print screen program, although I've had limited success with that one, and rip it. Because otherwise, I don't know how these people for like Grand Theft Auto have done Need for Speed to Grand Theft Auto conversions. But I, I'm trying to get the permission because I wouldn't use the guy's actual mod itself with the DeSoto because it's a two-door for one thing and it's the wrong model, but the body type is almost identical to what I need. And I've already got references for a four-door Belvedere that was a Grand Theft Auto mod that recently had come out for Grand Theft Auto 4. And then this person also did a lot of works with Dodge Monacos, which, if you've seen the Blues Brothers, you've seen Dodge Monaco police vehicles, including the Blues Brothers mobile itself. And that's more something for a side project I want to do, although there are Monacos and even Blues Brothers mods for Grand Theft Auto 4, which I may be spending a little bit of the money that I've been saving up for the Wii U to go to Walmart and pick up that $15 copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 before they're gone or off the shelf. Because GameStop has them for PC for 19 bucks. Fuck that noise, pardon my language. Basically put, I've been having some issues with getting some of the mods fully finished, although the first new mod that I'm finishing up, I just got to do the interior for it, and I'm basically done. And with that, I have a plane that I ripped from another mod, so I know what to name the body parts, what body parts need to be one solid model, and what body parts need to be like the flaps. The flaps, if I want them to work, they have to be a separate mesh, which they are for this model. The tech guy who said he would help me, I can't seem to contact him anymore, and I don't know why. I don't understand why. But he's not talking to me. My Skinner is equally said, hey, I'll do some work for you. I'm not hearing from him either. So it almost feels like it's back to me again, just doing these mods. And I got somebody who wants to help, but he knows how to do nothing. Not tech work, not skinning, and I appreciate his help, but it's not going to help us finish these mods and get this mod done. I'm calling it the Mad Max Complete mod because it's going to deal with Mad Max 1, 2, or Road Warrior for those of us in the States, Mad Max 3, and Fury Road, even though one of my friends who's a long-time Mad Max fan like myself lost her crap over the new designs of the cars from Mad Max Fury Road. And that was my first reaction too, but she basically doesn't want to give the movie a chance, and I think that's really sad because it's got the same director. It doesn't have the same design team, but this is a reimagining. It never was going to have that, as much as I would rather it did. But I digress. So I'm just going to keep modeling as if I have a tech team together, as if I have a skinning team together. If I get people who will texture for me, great. If I get people who will do the tech work and help me out with that as well, double great. If I can't get either of those, then you know what? I'm at least going to finish what I started. And I also found a good mesh for a 71 Charger, which surprisingly enough, there is an American Charger in Fury Road. And I think it's worth making that car in the Fury Road side of the mod because I think people would want to drive it. But again, any models I tend to present in this mod, unless otherwise credited, 90% of them are my work. I may have a reference model to work off of, but I never use the original model, as much as that would make things 100 times easier. Like I've got a Chrysler Valiant Charger that I could use if it wasn't for the permission issue. And the guy didn't want to give permission, so I had a friend of mine had the mod already able to go into 3D Studio Max, and I said, just give it to me. I'll reference model it, and this way we're not using their work. I'm not simply just cloning surfaces and saying, but it's a clone. No, I'm literally 3D modeling inch by inch, panel by panel, this person's vehicle. And I'm actually going to try to make a station wagon edition, but again, that's for the Australian side of the mod, and I don't even know if I'll have people who help me get those cars, as beautiful as they are, into the game. And you'd think, given that there's not a lot of representation of Australian muscle cars in contemporary American vehicles, driving games, hell, Forza 4 is the only professional work I'm aware of that has a Ford Falcon, which was the base car for some of the Mad Max cars from the original series, and actually is a base car for some of the cars that'll be in the new series as well. You'd think that I would have an outpouring of help from Australian gamers and modders out there. No, nothing. I'm basically on my own. And it's like, I'm willing to do something to really promote how wonderful the vehicles are from your country. Maybe get people really interested. Maybe, hell, get companies interested if they see the kind of download numbers that a mod like this could pull in. And instead, no, we're going to just sit back on the sidelines and be like, good going, Yank. Or whatever some of them tend to say, though I have been called a Yank by many an Australian, though I'm not saying all Australians are like this. I don't hate Australians. I don't dislike Australians. I don't like some Australians because I've had some bad dealings with them, and I have been as polite and as forthcoming as possible, but I've had some Australians just absolutely dislike me for reasons they wouldn't say. And I can't say that it doesn't feel like maybe on some level my being a Yank, as they call it, doesn't somehow have something to do with it. But I digress. So I've got a lot of different avenues I'm trying to get through. I'm also trying to get a mod database page together, but the fucking header requirements are stupid. I'm sorry, mod database, but your site is stupid on many levels. I could make a mod page on almost any other forum, and I'm actually very much considering it. And all I need is a title and a description. That's it. You want everything to be friggin' graphical, and I hate you for it. I spent half a day yesterday, time I could have spent modeling, trying to get the page to work. And because of your header requirements, I couldn't do that. But I'm still looking for help. If anybody wants to help, I can get you a 3D file in almost any format. I'm trying to find an old converter I used to have that would work with almost every kind of 3D format under the sun. and try to create situations that would be beneficial to everybody, that could work with everybody in case you don't have 3D Studio Max or maybe Z Modeler or some other program where people usually skin before they put the mod inside of Grand Theft Auto. And even if you only want to do it for Grand Theft Auto 4, great. I'm trying to break into Grand Theft Auto 4 with Mad Max, but I'm meeting people who have just kind of moved on since the Grand Theft Auto Vice City San Andreas mod that I had going for so long. Anyways, I'll re-put up a link to my page where I'm displaying the model works I'm doing so far, for those of you who are curious about my work.